Bitcoin seeing a nice bounce today. We see some other coins bouncing, XRP, XLM, and HBAR. HBAR in the last video I just did yesterday, and in the screenshot that I shared in the Discord, is starting to do the move that we're starting to expect here. So we're going to dive into all that today. It is August 8th, 11:25 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. We got the bond yields melting down today. I think it's down like 2%. Yeah, around 1.88% down. It looks like we broke that trend line. So we had that trend line coming up like this. And at that trend line break, we see there's a tiny gap. So if we zoom in a little bit, you see that gap there. There's another one there. So it looks like we broke that trend line. We could even drag it up a little bit like that. Yeah, we broke it up. But I'm going to expect that the bond yields may come up, test the backside of the trend line, and then roll back over. That's what we want to see happen. And if we look at the momentum on the 3-day chart, we're topping out here, and we have 3 little tops here. We just need to see the TSI crossover, stock RSI crossover. But yeah, we got rejected from that key level. We do not want to come up and break above there. You look at the dollar. The dollar is coming back up, retesting that 786 again from this high down to the low in July. We tested it once, got rejected, came back down, tested it again this morning. If you look at the 1-hour chart, you can see we tested it for like 4 hours now, 1, 2, 3. And right now it does look like we're starting to roll over. We see the momentum topping out. If we look at the 30-minute, yeah, we're starting to curl over. If you look at the 4-hour chart, we're actually just starting to gear up. What we need to see happen is on the 4-hour chart, that TSI below the 0 line. That TSI can cross below the 0 line, then we're good to go as far as the dollar meltdown and the crypto melt up. Now, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like we're on the final phase. Final phase for the dollar. We can see that when we got above initially, we had 1, and then we tested it, the 0 line once, 2, tested it again twice, and then 1 more, and then we actually broke it on the 3rd test. Just like up here, we had 1, we had the 1st test, the 2nd test, the 2nd high, the 2nd test. Now we're coming out to do the 3rd, and then on the 3rd one to test the 0 line, we're going to break it, come down. So I would say by like the tail end of this week, we'll see this start to roll over, and then by the weekend, well, the dollar won't be trading, but by next week, we should see this break the 0 line here. So it should be a good week next week, as long as we can maintain below the 786. Then if we go to the stock market looks like it took a little correction. Yep, took a little correction today. It is down, let's see, it's down 1.51% today. If we take a look at the trend line that we've been following, looks like we broke it. Yep, so we broke that trend line. And now we're channeling down here like this, and we're on support right now. We go to a 1-day chart. Let's see the momentum. Momentum is starting to curl over, and we do see that TSI. It's coming down to that 0 line. So if we want the stock market to maintain going up, we want to see this momentum start to pick back up. But yeah, I would say we're going to come down to like 14,500 for the stock market if we keep correcting here. Then if we go to the total crypto market cap, and we go to the 12-hour chart. So yesterday, let me clean this up. Yesterday, we came down, we retested this kind of trend line where we've been wicking to, the wickening. So we came down once, twice, 3, 4 times, and got a nice bounce from that level. So I would say that would have been the bottom. Then we have this horizontal line like this. This is what we covered yesterday. We came down, we tapped it, came back up, body closed above, and now we're starting to push up from that level. And we have the momentum coming up here on the 12-hour chart. We're seeing the TSI cross, everything that we want to see. Seeing the stock RSI cross up, getting above that 50 line. And then we have the pink getting ready to kiss and go above the blue. And that's what we want to see. Just like back here at June 18th, when we had that dip down and then we rip back up. We want to see that same thing happen here. If we look on the daily chart, the daily chart TSI is yet to cross up. We need to see that and get above the 0 line. And then the stock RSI getting above that 50 line. But I like this kind of pattern that we're doing right now. And then we come up like that. And then the pink is starting to curl around. We want to see it get above the 20 line. And then the blue come down through that 50 and then ultimately see them cross. That's what we need to see for Bitcoin. And right now, I think we are running into some resistance like that. Yep. So we're running into some resistance right now. So we really need to get above 1.45 trillion to 1.155 trillion. So yeah, so we need to press back up and get above this trend line. And I think we would move fast if that were to be the case. Then the altcoin market cap came down to that 333 billion. We had covered that as the level that we would fall to in the videos last week. And we bounced from that level. So on the 12-hour chart, you can see we did that same kind of wick down and tested that trend line coming down like this to a T. So we've seen us hold this trend line to a T, had a nice reaction up, and now we're pressing up from that point. And then we have this trend line coming down like this. And that's ultimately where we need to get above. So we need to get back above 345 billion. And I'd feel much better getting above 350 billion. But yeah, so we're starting to curl back up here on the 12-hour chart. You're seeing the TSIs close to crossing, the MACDs close to flipping green, and the pink is getting ready to come up here, and the blue's coming down, and the stock RSI is ready to cross up above that 50 line, which we need to see. And if we go to the daily chart, yeah, we're holding that key market structure. We put that horizontal line there, and let me hide these. And you can see this has been a key level since 2022, a support, resistance support. And yeah, I would say that now we would be cleared to start pushing up here heavy. So yeah, but we need to get above those key levels first. And ultimately getting back above 360 billion will be the seal of the deal. Because if we can get back up there, hold that support, we're getting back above this trend line. And I think we'd rip up from there. Then if we look at the stock market against Bitcoin, we want to see this roll over. And we're starting to see that happen just now with the stock market going down, Bitcoin going up. And we have this trend line coming up like this that we're testing as we speak. And then this trend line coming down as resistance that we got rejected by. So we could start to see this roll over, and the start of crypto is really starting to melt up here. We see that the stock RSI is crossing down, the TSI is crossing down, ready to go below that zero line. And if we even stretch this out all the way like that, yeah, we're running into this convergence. So it's about to make its move. It's about to make its move. Then the altcoin season pulse chart, we go to the daily chart, and then I'm going to hide this. We're starting to curl the super guppy up. I want to see us get rejected at 80% flat if we do push up, but really I want to see us come back down, retest this trend line, and then break below it. Then we have this trend line or this horizontal resistance, now support. So see how it was resistance, we flipped it, now support. So old resistance is now new support. We want to come down, break that, then break this, and then we can come down to test this 200 moving average. And at that point, if we can break that 200 moving average, then it's game on. But until then, it's going to be a little choppy. But right now we see the trend line coming down from the top here in June. Rejection. We got rejected at it yesterday and today. So we do have overhead resistance, and we're seeing this converge. And by August, the end of August, it's going to have to make a decision. And I think we're going to see this come down, and the altcoins are going to pop up. And Bitcoin dominance running into that same resistance from June, resistance, and it's at it right now. And then we take this trend line support, bring it up like this, and it only has until August 10th, so the end of this week, to make a decision. Is it going to break back up, or are we going to roll over, come down, test this 200-day moving average, and ultimately break it? Sorry, the 12-hour 200 moving average. And this has been a key moving average for Bitcoin dominance since the start of this year. Holding it as support. So we want to come down, break that, so that altcoins can flourish. We look at the others dominance, so the altcoins dominance. We go to the 3-day chart. We're starting to turn the super guppy over. If we do roll over, I would say we're going to come down, test this trend line as support, which would be around like 9.20%. And then we have this downward sloping resistance coming down like this, and that we're running into as well too, all the way back from January this year. So we're seeing that convergence happening on all kind of aspects, and we're ready to make a decision as far as, is Bitcoin dominance going to take over, or is altcoin dominance going to start to flourish here? Looking at Bitcoin, and it looks like the dollar is getting rejected from that 786. It looks like it is rolling over. So Bitcoin right now at 29,500. If we take this high down to this low, we really need to get above 29,750. We can get above there, hold that support. Then we're doing good. But we really need to get back above that 200 moving average on the 6-hour, which is above 29,900, and really getting it above that psychological level of 30,000. We have the pink coming up through the blue, so we're flipping bullish. If we go to the 12-hour chart, we see that on the 12-hour is exactly what we want to see. We just need to see that pink come up through that 50 line on rip up there, And then if we look at the TSI, we're seeing that cross up. We want to get above that 0 line, and the stock RSI is above the 50 line and crossing up. Everything we want to see. And that's a 12-hour chart, and we're running into that 12-hour 50 moving average, which we saw us get rejected from ever since mid-July. Rejected. Right now we got rejected, but if we can push up through there, then we're game on. If we go to the daily chart, we're seeing that stock RSI cross up. We want to get above that 50 line, looking like an inverse head and shoulder. It's about to do it. And then we have the TSI crossing up right now. And if we get above that 50 line, that 0 line, we're about to rip. So getting above 30,000, even on the daily chart, will get us above that 50 moving average. And then we'd be good to go. But we need to get above there, hold that support, and start pressing up ASAP. But we have the momentum. We definitely have the momentum. XRP broke this downward sloping channel now, flashed a 6-hour buy now signal. And I think we're going to start to press up again. Yep, I think we're going to start to press up, and then we can stretch us out a little bit and really actually getting above like 65 to 66 cents again would cause for a greater rip. I think if we can do that, we'll get back above 70 cents, and then that clears the potential for us to get back above 80 cents, which is the ultimate key. And then if we go to the 12-hour chart, we're seeing this stock RSI crossing up, and we're seeing the TSIs curling in, the MACDs curling in, and we have hidden bullish divergence because we have lower lows in the TSI, but we're way higher than this low back here on the TSI. So we've cooled off in the momentum, and now we can really start to gear up again and push even higher than before. So that is solid as far as XRP goes, looking very nice. Same with XLM, looking very nice as well too. And we have this trend line coming down like that we're running into as we speak, resist, and I can stretch this out. So we're running into this as we speak. So XLM getting back above 14.5 cents will be gold. And then HBAR doing it amazing today. And let me hide this up. So what I was looking at with HBAR on the 10-day chart, yeah, like look at this, like totally flip this from red to green, holding as support. Our overhead resistance around 7.5 cents. If we can clear that, we're going right to 9 cents and potentially 14.5 cents. I think it's going to pull an XLM. I don't think it's done. I think it's just gearing up. And we're at a level that has been a key resistance level ever since like 28. I remember when I first bought HBAR, I was back here. I bought it high at like 20 cents when it first came out, tanked. And then we curled around, we saw rejection. We melted up, support. Now we're at it again. If we can flip this on the 10-day chart, which the 10-day candle closes today, then the next 10 days for HBAR, I think, are going to be glorious. So definitely keep HBAR on the radar. Hit that with a big levy. Already been playing it like a fiddle, but it's not done yet. So keep on playing it. And really, like, the kicker is HBAR against Bitcoin. Looking at the 12-day chart, I think it was. And we've only seen this 3 times before, and it's about to happen for the 4th, where we've seen the blue come up here. And then once it comes down, we see HBAR rip up. And it's like a matter of 21 days, it goes up at least like 300% against Bitcoin. Then right here, this was 700%. Then right here, this came up 150%. And then now we're doing it again. And we could see, HBAR from current levels at least go up 50%. More from where it's at, but I think it's going to go more, like 100%, 150%, even 200%. So definitely keep HBAR on the radar, stack it up. XRP, XLM, HBAR. And yeah, we're going to leave it off at that. I hope you guys have a good day. Come join the Discord. Link is in the bio, and I'll see you guys in the next video.